evil children subgenre has been a very popular subgenre of horror movies for many years now. There have been some fantastic films in the genre, including The Omen, Pet Sematary, Children of the Corn, and of course my favourite movie of all time, The Exorcist. The idea has pretty much been done to death, and Orphan, although may not be the most original film in the genre, at least not until the twist ending, is definitely a pretty good one. The film is about Kate and Joel Coleman, played by Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard. The couple's marriage is starting to struggle after their child is stillborn. The two decide that to try and fill the void, they need to adopt a child. While at the orphanage, they start talking to a 9-year-old Russian girl called Esther. They connect instantly and so they adopt her. When they go home, Esther instantly connects with their deaf daughter Max. However, their son Daniel doesn't like her and won't accept her as family. However, things seem to be a little bit strange with Esther. She has a knowledge of sex that a girl her age shouldn't have, and while at a park she pushes a girl off the slide and breaks her leg. The head of the orphanage, Sister Abigail, comes to Kate to say that wherever Esther goes, bad things happen around her. Kate starts to find out strange things about Esther's past and starts to decide that she really is much more evil than she seems. But John doesn't believe Kate and thinks she's just going crazy, so Kate sets out to get rid of Esther and save her family. The film is essentially a mystery. Slowly we find out more and more about Esther's past and about who she really is. The tension really builds up, and as she starts trying to kill Daniel and Max, the film gets incredibly fast paced and exciting. The film is really not very scary and is probably more of a thriller than a horror movie, but that doesn't mean it isn't a good movie. It really is. The twists and turns really make it an interesting movie, and that's really where the unique quality to it comes from. I spent the whole film trying to work out what the plot twist was, and I was really surprised by the one we got because it was nothing how I expected it to be. It's a fantastic twist. I'm not going to spoil it because it really is something that needs to be seen. If there is one problem I have with the film, it's that after this plot twist, the film really does fall apart. The film has that fast-paced final act that you'd expect it to have. Esther chases after Kate and Kate fights back. The big problem I have with this is that it keeps going and going. I thought it had ended like 3 times in the movie, but no, Esther gets up and keeps going. This film has more endings than Return of the King. It became quite stupid and implausible at a couple points during this chase. There is an alternate ending for the film that basically ends before the third wind of the ending. This ending is so much better, it's really creepy and would have been a really interesting and different way to end the film. Whereas the one we got in the final film was not too good. But the ending doesn't ruin the film completely. Although the film is not too original, it makes up for it with scenes that left you on the edge of your seat. It got really exciting at times. The acting is all fantastic in the film. Vera Farmiga is fantastic in pretty much everything she's in, but Isabella Fuhrman as Esther is really good. I mean, it's very rare that a child actor steals the show, but in this film she really does. Her performance blew me away. As a whole, Orphan is not the best movie in the world. It gets a little bit cliched, especially towards the end, and the ending is very lackluster. But it's still an incredibly enjoyable movie with fantastic performances and a really pretty good script. I definitely recommend checking it out. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.